ज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति शुभदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वर शिवानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिय। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यः च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसुति गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं परमानंद माधव श्री चैतन्येश्वर। हरे कृष्णा। Give me 1 minute. I have one question. Can everyone hear? I remember we finished seventh chapter, eighth chapter also I forgot actually. Just give 1 minute. नहीं हो गया।
Prabhuji, we finished 8 chapter 15 and 16 verses. We were around that.
Hope everyone is doing very well. Abhiram Govind Prabhu, Anand Prabhu, Nikita Mataji, Sandeep Gaur Prabhu, Gautam Prabhu, Harish Prabhu, Kiran Anandas Prabhu, Rali Prabhu, Nandita, Nikunja Vihari Prabhu, Nitya Sevani Gaurangi Mataji, Prasanna Mataji, Prem Kishore, Kishore Mataji, Priya Mataji, Ranjan Prabhu, Rasavilasini Radha Mataji, Rasaraj Prabhu, Sugandha Raj Prabhu, Sukram Prabhu, Usha Mataji, Sandeep Bharanwal Prabhu, Subha Chaitanya Prabhu. Okay. So we finished up to 15th verse, 14, 15.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Prabhuji, last time we stopped when we were doing the calculation of 1 day of Brahma, like 1000 Deva Yugas is 1 day of Brahma. That is what we were discussing, Prabhuji. It is 19th or something.
19th?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. Yes.
Hare Krishna.
I thank you very much. 17th, yeah, exactly. And I was showing also, right? Yes. Now I got it.
Was this one?
I got it. Where did you get it? How did you get it?
मैं तो फोटो दिख लेता हूँ.
Wow, I got it.
Thanks, I think.
Amazing. No, I got it. Thank you. So everyone, my humblest obeisances. Sorry for a little late, but actually, no, Ram Navami, I had to go for another program. So, hope everyone is doing very well. I have a question for everyone. If you take 1 minute, how is the Bhagavad Gita study going on so far? Any suggestions, any changes? Anyone has any suggestions or changes? You can speak before I open the presentation.
Prabhuji, we are really thankful to you for doing this for us, and we are really happy with all the classes till now. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma. Actually, what I want is this. Okay, let me tell you. I will tell you what is there in my mind. I want everyone to understand the concepts, and I want you to become a preacher. I want you to take classes eventually. And I that is my only one desire, honestly speaking. I want you to preach to people, promote Bhagavad Gita, promote nectar of devotion, nectar of instruction, promote Isopanishad, basically promote Gaudi Vaishnava Siddhanta. And this will, because when you do that, you will receive the grace of Lord Chaitanya. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is actually Yuga Avatar, Radha and Krishna, combined form of Radha and Krishna, Yugal Rupa. So that is the only thing I want actually. So that's why I'm not covering this in terms of just finishing the exams and grading, but I want you to understand the concepts. What do you all think? So I'm sure some of you, were already well trained. Perfect. I'm appreciative. If you're well trained, then this will be like a repetition, and it will strengthen your concepts. Am I right or not? If you've already heard, then you will become, it will nourish it again because you're listening second time. Right? So I think we'll start. Now, 17th chapter, 17th verse. By human calculation, 1000 ages taken together form Brahma's 1 day. Such also is the duration of the night. At the beginning of Brahma's day, all the living beings, living entities become manifest from the unmanifest state. And thereafter, when night falls, they merge into unmanifest again. Again and again, when Brahma's day arrives, all the living entities come into being. Within the arrival of Brahma's night, they are helplessly annihilated. Wow. Prabhuji's and Mataji's. This is, these are the 3 verses. You know, Srila Prabhupada, that is the reason why he traveled all over the world. Sahasriga Paryantam Maharyat Brahmana Vido Ratriga Sahasrantam Tehoratri Dojana. That is verse number 17. So now, Kali Yuga is 4,30,000 years. 2 times is Dwapar Yuga 8,64,000. 3 times is Treta Yuga 12,96,000. 4 times of Kali Yuga is Satyuga 70,28,000. Total one Chaturayuga is 43,20,000 years. If this goes on for 71 times, it's called one Manvantara. If this goes on for 71 times, it's called one Manvantara. All the devatas that Indians worship, they die. They may live that much long, but they die. In the day of Brahma, 71 into 14 is actually 998. So in one day of Brahma, 14 Manus change. I have a question for all of you. In one day of Brahma, how many Manus change?
14.
14 Manus change. Now my question to you all, how long does a how long does one human being live?
In Kali Yuga, 100 years.
Maximum.
Yeah.
And your health problems start once you touch 50. So, but once
From birth.
once you from 50 onwards, body starts giving so much trouble actually. At least body trouble. Now, in one day of Brahma, 14 Manus go, and one Manu lives for how many? 43,20,000 years into 71. That's what's called one Kalpa. And if it goes like that, 14 times, then Brahma says, I'm sleepy. Now my question to all of you, how many times we take birth in this one day of Brahma? Brahma's day is 4,320,000,000 years. Brahma's day is 4,320,000,000 years. My question to all of you, if you keep on taking birth as human, how many times you'll take birth? Remove 2 zeros from that. So my point to you is maybe it is 420,320,000 years. So if one day of Brahma you live that much long, so that many times you take birth, what is the value of this human life? How many of you are understanding what I'm telling? Seriously, I'm asking this question. Okay, at least Kali Yuga is 4,320,000 years. How, if we have to take birth regularly in Kali Yuga, how many times will take birth and live 100 years? 4,320 years. 4,320 times you have to take birth. 4,000. So if you get married, how many times you'll get married? 4,320 times. Wow. My question, I have one question for all of you. Prabhupada said, just give one lifetime to Krishna. Every life, Prabhupada told this to Bhakti Swami. Every lifetime you are married. Every lifetime you have kids. You are brahmachari now. Give one lifetime to Krishna. Seriously work hard by Lord Chaitanya's mercy. You will go back to Godhead. Bhakti Swami did that actually. He gave one lifetime to Krishna. Srila Prabhupada initiated him. And he left the world 2000 20. So if you are married, please take good care of your family and children. But understand, nobody will come, nothing will come. In one day of Brahma, we take birth 420 million times. How many of you are listening and with me? I'm serious.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So, because on day to day, we are very affairs, we are very busy, we are fully absorbed. Krishna speaks of Bhagavad Gita in the second chapter, 2.1 to 2.30, 18 verses. Krishna says, "You are not the body, you are spirit, soul." But we know we are the we feel we are this body, and we identify with the body. So Krishna spoke 18 chapters after, 17 chapters afterwards. What is that he has spoken? At least 16 chapters. So, how important it is to become spiritually serious. If you understand this one thing, because many times, I quote this verse, many people cannot correlate. But fortunately, I'm sad that today, maybe because of Ramnavami, many people didn't join. But I want everyone to know this. In one day of Brahma, which is actually 4,320,000,000 years, and if you remove, what is that? 10, sorry, if you remove 2 zeros, now I got it. Actually, it is 4,320,000 times you take birth. 2 zeros are removed, right? Yeah. Anyway, whatever, I don't really know. So that's the point I am telling you. So how many of you think it is very important to become spiritual? Because if human life only, we can understand all these things. Cats and dogs cannot understand these things. But there is no guarantee next lifetime we'll get human life. But of course, the devotee means you will get, no doubt. But we should not neglect the human life. We should not neglect our chanting. We should not neglect our spiritual life, bhakti. Take it up seriously. When you take birth, how much happiness, how much distress, it's written. What is not written? How much progress you make on the path of bhakti, that is not written. So actually, Brahma, according to our human calculation, Brahma lives for 311 trillion 40 billion years. Because one day is a 4,320,000,000 into 31 into 12 into 100. You agree? Huh? Now, I am going to Bhagavad Gita verse. At the beginning of Brahma's day, all the living entities become manifest from the unmanifest state. When the night falls, they are merged into unmanifestation. So what happens? When Brahma sleeps, there is a partial pralaya, universal devastation. It's not full but partial. That time we will all merge into the body of Garbhodak Sai Vishnu. But when Brahma dies after 100 years, the entire 14 planetary systems are destroyed. That is when we will merge into the body of Mahavishnu. Bhutva praliyate. Honestly speaking, as I am speaking, I am convinced, getting convinced. Of course, Maya covers us again. But I want to take up Bhakti life seriously. I want to take up my chanting seriously. I want to, please Krishna so that I can go back to Godhead. Otherwise, what? Same point Narad Muni says in first canto Bhagavatam. So become serious. I'm sorry. भूतग्राम समयसयेवायं भूत्वा भूत्वा प्रलीयते रात्रागमे वसत्पार्था Prabhuvanti Haragame, helplessly you're annihilated when night comes. Now Krishna is telling the famous things. 20, 21 and 22. What is that? Yet there is another unmanifest nature which is eternal, transcendental to the manifested unmanifest matter. It is supreme, never annihilated. When all in this world is annihilated, that part remains as it is. So Krishna is speaking about 20, 21, 22 spiritual world. That Vedanta is, we should read the verse actually. Parastasmat bhavanyo vyakta vyakta sanatana yas sarve bhuteshu nasyastu na vinasyati. 21. That which Vedanta describes as manifest and infallible, that which is known as supreme destination, that place from which having attained it, one never returns, that is my abode. Krishna is explaining, Krishna is explaining about his loka, Krishna loka, in 8th chapter Bhagavad Gita. Avyaktakshara ituktastamah paramangachim gatim yaprapya nivartante tadhama paramama. One time Srila Prabhupada was in Jhansi. He told one devotee, he was preaching to one person, we should all go back to Godhead. We should not settle in Jhansi. He said, Swamiji, spiritual world, where is it? Prabhupada said, Bhagavad Gita, Krishna speaks, Avyaktakshara ityuktastamah paramagangatim aprapya nivardante tadha paramama. Swamiji, after going back to spiritual world, can I come back to Jhansi? Prabhupada said, you cannot come back. How many of you know what is the greatness of India? Tukaram Maharaj. Tukaram Maharaj, from Dehu, he went back with his own body. In the self-same body, Tukaram Maharaj went back to spiritual world. I am not telling a time pass story of Bhagavad Gita. There are sages in India who went back to Godhead. Tukaram was married actually, Grihastha. So don't take it, but we need to work very hard for the pleasure of Krishna. Yaprapya nivartante tadhama paramama. And Krishna is telling who can go? Purusha sa parapardha bhaktya labhyastvananya yasyantastani bhutani yena sarvam idam tadam. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is greater than all, is attainable by unalloyed devotion. Although he is present in his abode, is all pervading, everything is situated within him. Krishna is talking about the Krishna Loka. So Krishna is present in his Krishna Loka. But like the fire isn't present in one place, the effect of fire is seen everywhere. Likewise, Krishna through his energies and Brahman is all pervading. So that's why can everyone see the screen?
Yes, Prabhu.
What is
Yes.
that you are seeing? This is spiritual world. Can everyone see this?
Yes, Prabhu.
It is called Vaikuntha planets. The topmost Vaikuntha planet is Golok Vrindavan, where Radha and Krishna are present. This is called Paravyoma, spiritual world. It's called 3/4, Tripad Vibhuti. But can you see a cloud here? One cloud is here. A tiny cloud is here. Everything is blue, but a little black here. That's called cloud. This is a Ekapad Vibhuti metal world. There is a bacteria here. There is COVID here. There is old age here. There is disease here. There is death here. There is relationships here which are temporary. There is a need of green card here, credit card here. But you will lose everything either tomorrow after 50 years, no difference. But you will leave for sure. You're all understanding?
Oh, yeah, I got a question.
Uh,
Um, so two questions actually I have. One is when somebody, a living entity, take birth, there are so many universes, there are so many Brahmas, right? Can somebody take birth in one universe and then next birth in another universe?
possible.
And and then is that the timing for inhalation, is that similar in all the universes, or does that differ?
Not similar, but different.
So that means somebody can pretty much skip an inhalation if that is happening, if somebody is going from one universe to another universe,
But
one Brahma to.
jumping from one universe to another universe is not in our hands. It is in the
Right,
hands of the material nature.
right, Prabhuji. Yeah. So another question, Prabhuji, I have the Jyoti. Is that uh, part of the spiritual, means all the universes? Like, is that in the spiritual world, or is that still the material world?
Brahma Jyoti is spiritual world. In
Okay.
fact, Brahma Jyoti, all the Vaikuntha planets float in Brahma Jyoti. You know? So last time, I just offered a clarification. I don't know who asked that question, but
That
we
was
are
me.
Brahma. Huh?
That was me, actually. I asked that
Yeah.
question.
We are Brahman, but some Jnana yogis, they want to merge into impersonal Brahma Jyoti. You know? So of course, I clarified last week also. So can you see the screen here, Roji?
Yes, Prabhuji, I can see.
So all the, these are all self-luminous, self-effulgent. You know, all the Vaikuntha planets float in Brahman.
Prabhuji.
Yasya prabha pravoto jagadanda koti koti swasesha vasudati vibhuti bhinna. So four Kumaras, they were traveling in Brahman from one place to another place. Casually, they ended up into the outskirts of Vaikuntha. I told this last week also. And then this is given in Srimad Bhagavatam third canto. There was Tulsi leaf on the lotus feet of Vishnu, and there was a breeze, air blew. When air blew, then that smell of Tulsi leaf entered into the nostrils of four Kumaras. They were so ecstatic by the smell. They rejected their Brahman state, Brahman realization, and they became Bhakti yogis, and they started their own sampradaya called Kumar Sampradaya. So, but the point I want to make is, if you can see this entire screen, it's called three-fourth spiritual world. Can you see the small cloud, my here? Can you see my, what is it?
Cursor.
Cursor. So the pointer, the mouse pointer. Can you see I'm moving it? That is material world. 1/4. The rest is all 3/4. Here we have, we deal with matter. This is a world of matter. But rest all, spiritual world is a matter of a spirit. Clear?
So, Prabhuji, there's one Vaikuntha planet, or there are multiple Vaikuntha planets?
Every planet you see is actually Vaikuntha, unlimited Vaikuntha planets.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Anyone has any other question? Excuse me. Now, 23 to 28 verses, we will see that. This 23 to 28 verses, this is about Jnana Yogis, Ashtanga Yogis. 23. I shall explain to you the different times at which passing away from this world, yogi does or does not come back. If a yogi, Ashtanga yogi, or a person who is doing sadhana on his own, 10th chapter we'll see that Ashtanga yogi doesn't get help from actually Bhakti yogi gets help from Krishna, whereas other yogis don't get. Because they want to try on their own. So can you see this? Those who know the Supreme Brahman attain that Supreme by passing away from the world during the influence of fiery god in the light, auspicious moment of the day, during the fortnight of waxing man, Sukla Paksha, and Uttarayan. If you're a Ashtanga yogi, if you leave the world in Sukla Paksha, you leave the world in Uttarayan. Uttarayan means January 15th to 6 months. June 15th. That is Uttarayan. There, there also you should leave the world in a good. Can everyone see this auspicious moment? Like for example, Vidya Tadiya, they are very good. Chavti is not good. Panchami is okay. Shashti is not good. Saptami is good. Ashtami is bad. Only one Ashtami is good, that is Janmashtami. Rest Ashtamis are all not good at all. Navami, Dasami good, Ekadasi good, Dwadasi is not good. Some
Sometimes probably they do fasting on Dwadashi or like last time. The last Ekadashi.
honestly speaking, so this is Trayodasi is okay. But Trayodasi before Amavasya is not not good. But Trayodasi before Purnima is good. Chaturdasi Amavasya not at all good. Purnima is also not good. Except Falguna Purnima, Lord Chaitanya took birth. So, why I'm telling this is Ashtanga yogis and Jnana yogis, they have to choose the right way, right time to leave the world. Otherwise, they'll come back. The mystic who passed away from the world during smoke, the night of waning moon, Krishna Paksha, and Uttarayanam, Dakshinayanam. If you leave the world from July 16th to January 15th, definitely you'll come back. And if you leave the world in Krishna Paksha, you'll come back. According to Vedic opinion, there are two ways of passing from this world. One in light and one in darkness. One pass in light, he doesn't come back. One pass in darkness, he returns. So, although devotees know these two paths, they are never Arjuna and they are never bewildered. Therefore, be always fixed in devotion. I have $1 million question to all of you. So, Uttarayanam, Shukla Paksha, good Tidi, you have to die. Bad Tidi, Dakshinayanam, Krishna Paksha, you'll come back. Does this apply to devotees? Yes or no?
No, Prabhuji.
No,
Whom does it apply to?
Karmikandi.
It will apply to everyone other than Bhakti Yogi. Atheists, atheists, they'll come back anyway, even if they live in Uttarayan, So only this is applicable to, so the devotee can leave the world at any time. Actually, Kartik comes in Dakshinayan. But if you live in Kartik, fantastic, right? So, All these things are mentioned for Ashtanga yogis and Jnana yogis, but not Bhakti yogi. Now Krishna gives the ultimate. Can we read? Can everyone see this 28th verse? We'll read the verse, and very important. वेदेषु यज्ञेषु तपस्सु चैव दानेषु यत् पुण्यफलप्रदिष्टम् आतेति तत्सर्वमिदं विदित्वा योगी परं स्थानमुपैति चाद्यम्. A person who acts the path of devotional service is not bereft of the results derived from studying the Vedas. You are already initiated in Krishna consciousness, you already studied Vedas. Can you believe? Subhajatan, you want to believe or not? Okay, fantastic. So you're practicing bhakti means you have already read Vedas. You have already performed yajnas. You have already performed so many tapasyas. You have given a lot of money as charity. You know? Or you have performed lot of philanthropic activities. Wow. How many of you are happy, elated, and grateful?
Prabhuji, can I ask you a question here?
Yes.
Like, I don't know if you have heard about like when the babies are born, it's said they are born during that
Who was born?
the baby is born.
Which
It's
babies? Babies.
some Gandmul. So if they are born
No, no.
during that,
What is Gandamul? I don't know what is Gandamul.
that's a nakshatra, Prabhuji. And if the baby is born during that nakshatra, you have to do the prayers within like 27 days, 27 weeks, 27 months, or the baby is 27 months old, 27, like that, 27 years. And you need like 27 types of water, 27 types of words, and that thing. So that means we should not be doing all those things also, like family traditions and all those things.
No need, Amma. Definitely no need. First of all, where is it written? But one thing is there. There are, if you read, of course, what is it, astrology? Yes, there are bad stars. I'm talking about death. I'm not talking about birth. You know, this verses are when to leave the body. That is for Ashtanga yogis. Let me tell you, devotees can leave anytime. Devotees can leave at
And
any time. And also, one more thing. We saw that, I don't know if you have seen it or not. Antekalechimam, we saw that. What will bring us back? If you have desires, you bad karma, and you remember anything other than Krishna, it will bring you back. But you remember Krishna, you'll go back to Krishna. Am I right or not? You agree all? Everyone agrees?
yes, Prabhuji.
So then, so for devotees, remember Krishna, that's it. That's why Krishna is telling in Bhagavad Gita, Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu mamanaspara yuddhecha. Always remember me and fight for me. You fight. Because when you remember Krishna, you will go back to Krishna. Now, anyway, your question, bad stars are there. You know, there are, of course, Santi homas and all. That's karma kandi, more or less. If you're a genuine devotee, depend on Krishna, that's it. Krishna will take care. You're understanding or not?
Yes, Prabhuji. But then the thing is that the family puts the pressure that you should do all these things.
Family puts pressure.
Like the grandparents, they want those things to be done.
So, you are telling grandparents are putting pressure to do all those things?
Like the family, and they will say that you should do those things.
Honestly speaking, Amma, if you acquire knowledge, Bhaktivinoda Thakur says you chant 16 notes, you get initiated. First of all, the planet, the grahas influence will not work. If you are practicing bhakti under the guidance of a guru,
Mhm.
these navagrahas, their influence will not work.
Okay, Prabhu.
Prahlad and Hiranyakashipu was shocked. Why am I unable to kill Prahlad? And I'm trying. Not that I'm not trying. Still, Prahlad was thrown from the peak of a mountain. Prahlad was thrown in the fire. He was given poison. So many things they tried. They said, your son is under the influence of Krishna. Vishnu Graha Grahitatma. So when you are a devotee, Krishna will come into picture. When Krishna comes into the picture, you are not under the influence of any other planets. So similarly, okay, this is the thing. When a baby takes birth at inauspicious time, honestly speaking, for us everything is Hare Krishna only. When the baby is coming into this world, we chant Hare Krishna. The moment you start chanting Hare Krishna, as baby is coming out, it's very auspicious. You are understanding?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So those are all for karmakandis. That's why, I told that 3 verses I read, they are for Ashtanga yogis and Karma yogi, Jnana yogis. Even Karma yogis who can on their own elevate themselves. Other people, they have to come back anyway. Bhaktva bhaktva praliyate. But now, what about the devotee? Actually, it is said, throughout your life you practiced bhakti. At the end, for some reason, you couldn't remember Krishna. So your life is wasted. Krishna will remember you if you are sincere. He'll send you back to Godhead. Even if you don't remember. Every 2 inches there was an arrow for Bhishma Dev. So Bhishma did not call Krishna to come and stand by his bedside. Krishna on his own appeared. That's a good example. If you serve Krishna throughout your life, for some reason you're unable to remember Krishna, Krishna will remember you. And he will come before you, or he'll arrange somebody to chant the holy name in your ears, and he'll bring you back. Understanding?
Yes, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, but is there a harm in doing that if they want to us to do such like one?
Not needed. But if you don't have faith and pure bhakti, you want to do it, there's nothing wrong. But you're doing it means what? Okay, this is the thing, Amma. Faith is very important. Faith is to make progress in bhakti. What is important?
Faith.
Faith. Faith is important, and you have faith, yeah, Krishna will take care. Prabhupada opened Krishna Balram temple 1975, and so many he invited South Indian Brahmins, and they were doing fire sacrifices. And Prabhupada told later, Krishna and Balram and Radha, Shyam Sundar, Gaurnita appeared into this world because of all the devotees from all over the world, because they all came and they chanted. That's why Krishna and Balram appeared. But we arranged this yajnas for the local people. Local people may not have faith on Harinam, because for them there should be a big fire yajna, putting ahutis. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. But Prabhupada said Krishna and Balaram appeared because of all devotees from all over the world chanting. You're understanding?
Yes, Prabhuji.
That is the point I'm making it. So, let me tell you, Prabhupada would invite Krishna by offering milk. There is not even a conch shell. But Prabhupada is that type of pure devotee, Krishna would come. So now I'll tell you, see this verse, very important verse. वेदेषु यज्ञेषु तपसु चैव दानेषु यत् पुण्यफलप्रदिष्टम् आतीत् तत्सर्वमिदं विदित्वा योगिं परं स्थानमुपेति चाद्यम्. Are you are you're a devotee of Hare Krishna devotee. If you're practicing bhakti, it means you don't lose the results of studying Vedas, performing yajnas, undergoing tapasya, giving charity, pursuing philosophical and fruitive activities. Simply by performing devotional service, he attains all these, and at the end, he reaches the supreme eternal abode. Wow. So the point is, if you are chanting Hare Krishna and you are practicing bhakti under the guidance of your spiritual master in ISKCON, it means you have read all the Vedas, you have performed all the yajnas, you went through all so what is that? Sorry, what is that I said? Yeah. So you have you are practicing Hare Krishna devotee means this is what I said. You have read all the Vedas, you have performed all the fire sacrifices, you underwent all the charities and gave a lot of you underwent all the austerities and gave a lot of charity. That you should know. And on the top of it, you are practicing bhakti. Krishna takes charge of your life. You're listening?
Yes,
Yes,
Prabhuji.
yes, Prabhuji.
That's it. That verse is over. If you understand that by performing bhakti, Vedeshu yajna tapassu chaiva jnaneshu yat punya phala pradishtam atyeti tatsarvam idam viditva yogim upaiti sthana atyeti tatsarvam idam viditva yogim param sthana upaiti chadyam. So you have become a devotee. It means you have become a devotee and you are practicing bhakti under the guidance of a guru in ISKCON. It means you have already read the Vedas, you performed all yajnas, performed all the tapasyas, you have given a lot of charity. Very well. This point one should be convinced. If you're convinced, you become serious and you chant your own seriously. You do bhakti sincerely but don't offend devotees. You're listening, right? Everyone.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji. Prabhuji.
The chapter is over. Honestly, it's one thing I can tell you. Ashtanga yogis and jnana yogis, even karma yogis, they should look for right time to leave the world. Any question or comment? Otherwise, we can go for 9th chapter. Like, should we start 9th chapter? One minute. Can everyone see the screen?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
9th chapter is the center chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Very important chapter. It's called, what is this chapter called? The most conventional knowledge. Raja Vidya. Raja Guhyam. Is king of knowledge and king of secrets. Now, Krishna is telling, Sri Bhagavan Vacha, Idantu te guhyatamam pravakshyami anusuyave, jnana vijnana sahitam yajnatva mokshasi ashubhat. So Krishna is telling, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, my dear Arjuna, because you are never envious of me, I shall impart to you this conventional knowledge and realization, knowing which you shall be relieved of all the miseries of the material existence. Krishna is telling, if you get this knowledge, what is the most conventional knowledge? Bhakti Yoga. That is it. What is the most conventional knowledge?
Yeah.
I have a $1 million question to all of you. Let us see who will answer. Krishna is telling, I am giving you the most confidential knowledge. We distribute Bhagavad Gita for $10. We distribute Bhagavad Gita for.
And
Sometimes people say we can't read, we'll give the Bhagavad Gita free of cost also. Then where is the secrecy? Yes or no? How many of you think Krishna is not right? But he is telling, I am giving you the most confidential. Most confidential, maybe, what is that? Chase Bank, the inner safe code, passcode, you don't know. Nobody knows. That is most confidential. And maybe that will also some people know him, know that. What is most confidential?
realization is the most confident.
So my question to all of you, why Krishna is telling Idantate Gushyatama Pravakshyami Anasuyave Jnanam Vijnana Saitam Yajnata Moksha. But then Krishna is telling it's most confidential and we are selling Bhagavad Gita for $10. Why it is most confidential still? Can anyone answer?
Prabhuji, because it's not mentioned in any other Vedas or Vedantas anywhere else. It's said by Krishna himself. He's telling everyone.
No, but still then it's not confidential. Krishna is
Prabhuji,
telling.
even though if we are distributing it for $10, the person should, Krishna himself impart the knowledge to take the book and read. Even if I give, there is no chance that they will read. Only by Krishna's grace they will open and read. That is why it is secret, Prabhuji. That is my version. Sorry if I spoke anything.
Amazing. Let us see what others say. Bhagyasri Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, whatever the knowledge we have, we cannot acquire any knowledge. It will be awarded by the Krishna according to your realizations. Means you can't get it by your own endeavors, but by surrendering unto the Lord will reveal into your heart. That's why it's most confidential.
Okay. Anybody?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Ah.
Even though we give out Bhagavad Gita books for free or for a minimal cost, we will read it. This is my own realization, but we will not understand it, we will not apply it.
Okay. Anybody else? Very nice. Who is this?
We need to have a spiritual master.
Who is this? Somebody said. Who is this who spoke now?
Gautam Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Very nice. Very wonderful. Okay. Somebody is telling here.
We need to have a spiritual master who can make us understand.
Okay. That's also nice. So Gautam Prabhu's and Sandeep Prabhu's answer. Very good. We cannot understand. You may have Bhagavad Gita with you. You cannot understand. Without Krishna's grace, this will remain like the passcode, you don't know the passcode. It is like you have a locker in your home, but you don't know the passcode. Wow, you cannot understand without Krishna's grace. Still, it remains very secret. What secret? King of secrets. Bhakti is king of secrets. Thank you, Prabhu. Nice. Other powders also, what you are very nice, fantastic. So Krishna is telling first 6 chapters. First 6 chapters, Krishna talk about the soul, and the soul's relationship with Krishna is spoken. 12th chapter to 18th chapter, last 6 chapters, how soul came into this world, how soul got stuck in this world, how you can get out of but in the middle chapters, how you can get out of this metal world by practicing pure bhakti is given. So, this is very secret. Without Krishna's grace, you cannot understand. Second verse. Rajavidya Rajagahyam Pavitramidam Pratyakshavagam Dharmyam Sushukam Kartum Avyam. This knowledge is the king of education, the most secret of all secrets. It is the purest knowledge because it gives the direct perception of the self by realization. It is a perfection of religion. It is everlasting. It is joyfully performed. So Krishna is telling, you know, so Prabhupada is mentioning, can you see? In India, Gautama, Kanada, Kapila, Yajnavalkya, Sandalya, and Vaishwanara. These are all great sages, great people. But Vyasadeva is also there, author of Vedanta Sutra. This 9th chapter Bhagavad Gita is the essence of all the Shastras. It is the essence of all the Shastras. Wow. Yeah. The first verse is over. Second verse. Raja Vidya Rajagukyam Pavitram Idamuttam Pratyaksham Dharmyam Shushukam Kartum Avyayam. So, this is the king of knowledge. Secret of secrets is why its knowledge is very pure. Why? Practicing Bhakti Yoga gives a direct perception of the self. You can realize yourself by practicing Bhakti. And what is the advantage of Bhakti? It is everlasting and is joyfully performed. Shushukam Kartum Avyayam. Bhakti is everlasting. This verse is taking me to 2.40. Swalpam apesha dharmasya trayate mahatobayat. I have a question for all of you. You are performing bhakti. Is bhakti destroyed? Like punya, is bhakti spent off? Is bhakti diminished?
No, Prabhuji.
Oh, Prabhuji.
Sure?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, bhakti is never destroyed. Bhakti is never diminished. And Krishna is telling, bhakti is easy to perform. Why not? Ekadasi pizza, Ekadasi pasta you can eat. And chanting, Hare Krishna, you can jump up and down dancing. And devotees come, you can serve them. And you can meet them, you can talk about Krishna. Shravanam, you can listen about Krishna, you can sing about Krishna. Hare Krishna. And what is this? Honestly speaking, you don't need to do serious austerity. Third canto of Bhagavatam says, when you are becoming ecstatic just by hearing about Krishna, or when you're talking about Krishna, you're becoming ecstatic. Very soon you will see Krishna. Kapil Muni says, third canto. So what is that? When you're feeling ecstasy, talking about Krishna, listening about Krishna, worshipping Krishna, very soon you will see Krishna. How many of you are happy? I don't know. But you need to cultivate that consciousness. Process will not fail you, but Maya will take you out of the process. How many of you agree?
Yes.
Process will not fail you, but Maya, what Maya will do? It'll take you out of the process, or you'll take the process cheaply and you follow very loosely. Then you make very little progress. So we have to become serious today, now. Let me open the presentation also. Those who are not faithful in devotional service cannot attain me. Therefore, they return to the path of birth and death in the material world. Very important. We need to have faith on Krishna. We need to have faith on bhakti process. We need to have a faith that this process will give me perfection. Then only Krishna will help you. Then only Krishna will help you. So why? Because what is very important? Faith. If you are not faithful, means you don't have faith in the process. It means you don't have faith in Krishna. Then Krishna says, if you don't have faith, why should I come? So what is very important? We need to develop a right faith. So there are three types of devotees. These three types of devotees are mentioned in Nectar of Instruction. Three types of devotees are mentioned in Nectar of Instruction. First devotee is a Kanishtadhikari. Kanishtadhikari is initiated. He worships the deity, but he doesn't know how to deal with devotees. Because he is not advanced. His bhakti, his faith is very weak, pliable. He also judges the devotees. And Kanishtadhikari is, of course, he's initiated, his Harinam initiated, is chanting. So we should respect the devotees from distance, but we should not go and hang on. If they are not advanced, we will become like them. Who is a second class devotee? Prema Maitri Krupa Peksha, Yakkaroti Samadhyama. Nectar of devotion, nectar of instruction again. Who is a second class devotee? My goal of life is bhakti. I want to attain the love of God. So when you see a devotee who is very good, you will make friendship. Prabhuji, so how is sadhana going on? Prabhuji, I need little help. How do I make progress? So that person, Madhyamadhikari, means his faith is strong. He may not sometimes refute the arguments and defeat the opponent party, but his faith on Harinam is very strong. So, what is that? His goal of life is to attain the love of God. He makes friendship with devotees who have similar nature. When he sees somebody sincere, he preaches to them. Prabhu, chant one round. Be Krishna conscious. Apeksha, envious people he'll avoid. That is Madhyamadhikari. Madhyamadhikari say Mahabhagyavan. If you're midway, you're fortunate because very soon you're going back to Godhead. The third one is Uttamadhikari. Uttamadhikari doesn't want to criticize anybody. Uttamadhikari doesn't want to criticize anybody. Uttamadhikari always thinks of thinks of different ways to bring people to Krishna consciousness. And Uttamadhikari faith on the process is so high. Actually, Bhaktivinoda Thakur mentions Uttamadhikari is how many people he brought them to Krishna consciousness based on his spiritual strength. Krishna Shakti vina tara nahi parivartan. Without Krishna's empowerment, you cannot bring transformation. Can you see Srila Prabhupada? Wow. Prabhupada came to America at the age of 70. 2 months, this drug hippies would join full time. 2 months. Prabhupada brought 10,000 for people from all over the world to Krishna consciousness. 5,000 people he initiated them. He took their karma. Always, sick or not sick, old, he didn't care old age, he had diabetes. But Prabhupada preached very aggressively. Prabhupada had no jet lag. And what he did, he lifted the people from atheistic backgrounds and he elevated their consciousness. That is a Uttamadhikari. So you need to respect Kanishtadhikari from distance. Madhyamadhikari and Kanishtadhikari, respect them. But Uttamadhikari, you will worship them. Take guidance from them. So you have faith. What is the barometer of the spiritual progress? Faith. What is the faith? I will tell you 3 points. I want one person to repeat after that. You have to cross these obstacles. What is the first one? Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Vishnu Tattva comes from Krishna. First point. Second thing, Lord Chaitanya is a combination of Radha and Krishna. Lord Chaitanya came with Panchatattva to give love of God to anybody. Srila Prabhupada is a pure devotee. If you follow Srila Prabhupada, he'll take you. Prabhupada will take everyone back to Godhead. Our gurus will take us to Prabhupada, and Prabhupada will take us to Backhead. This point one should know. Your spiritual master will not take you to back to Godhead. God will not take you back to Godhead. Your spiritual master will take you to Srila Prabhupada. And who will take you back to Godhead? Prabhupada will take you back to Godhead. Srila Prabhupada said, ISKCON is there in Golok Vrindavan also. Interesting. These 3 things are very important. What is the first one I said? Who will repeat the first point?
Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead and Vishnu Tattva comes from the Krishna.
True. And Radharani is his internal energy. I forgot to add that point. Radharani is her Antaranga Shakti, pleasure potency. What is the second point?
Lord Sri Chaitanya is the combination of Sri Radha and Krishna, and Panchatattva, he gave love to everyone.
He came to distribute love of God. Thank you. Somebody else, third one. What is the third one?
Guru will not take you back to Godhead. It is Prabhupada. Guru will take you to Prabhupada, and Prabhupada will take us back home, back to Godhead.
Very nice. Srila Prabhupada is a pure devotee. Our spiritual master will take us to Prabhupada, and Prabhupada will take us back to Godhead. Thank you. Very wonderful points. Very amazing. So if you put faith on this, you'll go back to Godhead. Faithless, you'll continue in the cycle of birth and death. Actually, very important. This is Krishna has a very inconceivable relationship. 4 to 10. First time in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna talks double tongue, double speech. Krishna tells 4 to 10 is relationship with the material world. We'll see how much we can do, but very important. So what we'll do? Okay, 5 more minutes. Anyone has any question? Otherwise, we'll take up this topic. 5 to 10 is, 4 to 10 is a inconceivable relationship. Can you see this? Krishna talks a double speech. By me, in unmanifested form, this entire universe is pervaded. All beings are in me, but I am not in them. Very interesting topic. That's how he speaks. Next verses and All beings are in me, but I am not in them. Maya tadamidam sarvam jagat avyaktam murtana matstani sarvabhutani nachaham teshu avasthita. Krishna is telling, so where is Krishna present? Golok Vrindavan. Krishna is present in Golok Vrindavan. And Brahman, by Brahman effulgence, Krishna is all pervasive. So we are all in him. But he is not in us. All beings are in me, but I am not in them. So this is what is called Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu postulated Achintya Bheda Veda Tattva. This philosophy, So what we'll do, actually, what is that? Like fire, Parasha Saktir, Yudevasruyate Swabhav, Kyajnana Balakriyacha. One thing you should know, Krishna is the source of the creation. Second thing, creation comes from Krishna. Because creation is Krishna's energy, creation is non-different from Krishna. But after creation ends, Krishna is still there. That way Krishna is one with the creation, Krishna is different from the creation. If you want, I'll repeat it again. Are ready?
Krishna is one with the creation.
Okay, I'll tell you this. That is how Krishna is different from us. Krishna calls this Urna Nabi. He gives an example also. Urna Nabi means spider. Okay, spider goes to one place. Spider makes the web. And the spider stays in the web. So before web was there, spider was there. Yes or no? Before web was there, spider was there. But when web is there, spider is there. And all the living entities will be joining on the web, and spider eats all the insects. After sometimes every insect realizes that is very dangerous, we should not go there. Nobody is coming. Then what spider will do? It will eat up all the web. Now the web is not there, but spider is there. How many of you understood? So this is Krishna's relationship with the creation. My question to all of you: spider and web, one and same, yes or no?
Yeah.
Again. Spider and web, are they same, yes or no?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Next question. Spider and web, are they different, yes or no?
Yes. They're different also.
Yes.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Same also.
That is the philosophy. Next, we'll talk this again next week. So this is very important. Maya tadamidam sarvam yet jagat avyakta murtana. If you understand this one point, for example, Vrindavan is also Krishna. For example, actually, I love to tell this. How many of you have a bank account? You all have. How many of your cars? You all have. How many of your homes? You all have. Hey, but are you and your bank account same? No. You and your car same? No. You and your home same? No. But Krishna and his creation same. But Krishna and his creation different? Yes. Krishna and his creation, yes. Different? Yes. Krishna and his creation? Same. Why? It's coming from him. That is the difference between you and Krishna. Though he is also person, we are also person. What is the difference? Krishna is at the same time one with the creation, but Krishna is also different from creation. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu postulated a philosophy called Achintya Bheda Abheda Tattva. That's why with this example of spider, because web is coming from spider. Yes, in one sense, web and spider, they're same. But how can web be spider? They're different also. So this is the relation Krishna has. That's why Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said Achintya. How many of you know the word Achintya? Achintya. Some of you know. What is Achintya?
Inconceivable.
Who said this?
Aishwarya Prabhuji.
What is inconceivable?
Something that you will not understand with your imperfect senses, but it is still, it still exists. The truth.
True. It is, you cannot conceive it. How it is possible? Or simultaneously one, simultaneously different. You cannot see that type of example in the metal world. Actually, no, there is, of course. What is that? Spider example is there, no doubt. So, for example, you and your car, they are different. But Krishna and his name, non different. Krishna and his Dham, non different. But still, Krishna is different. Cement and bricks come from Krishna, but cement and bricks is not Krishna. You cannot tomorrow start worshipping a brick. This is Krishna. Cement and brick is coming from Krishna. What is that word? Inconceivable. You cannot conceive it. That is the relationship Krishna has with this metal world. How many of you understood with this example of spider? Baldev Vidyabhushan says, this word is inconceivable. If you conceive again, it is cheating. If you conceive it, then either they are different or same, but inconceivable. And we'll discuss this more. Thank you very much. We'll end it here. We'll continue next week. Vancha Kalpatarabhyash. I have one question. Should I ask?
Yes.
How many of you finished first assignment? And we have sent as recent mail, you upload there. That way, it is easy for me to access. Second assignment, I'm sure you're all doing it.
Yes.
Yeah. So please do it. Any help anyone needs, you can text me. I can help you. But I pray that you all get, you're all equipped with the good knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Vancha kalpatarabhyasya kripa sindhubhyo cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnebhyo namo namo. Anantagad Vaishnavanta ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna.